What would you give for a child you loved? To make their wish come true? To help them fight a critical illness? Just imagine what you'd do. Every single one of us can make the stars align, because when we come together, hope and joy will shine.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather This Morning.
Hey, good morning, and welcome to Mississippi Live Weather This Morning. It is a Thursday morning, and I am tracking one thing that could slow you down out there this morning, and that is some ongoing fog. You can see visibility down in some areas. I will say this has gone down. I hope you're starting your morning with coffee. I'm going to set this down so I can talk a little bit more to you. It has gone down some over the past 30 minutes, as you can see here, kind of stretching from places like Lee County, Amory as well, all the way down to Starkville, depending on where you are, seeing some limited visibility this morning. Overall, that's the only thing I'm tracking that's going to be slowing you down this morning, because we are dry across the board. Beautiful conditions. Look at this over in Lee County and Tupelo. I'm going to step out just to show you how nice it is. This is over in Lee County. Temperatures in the upper 60s already, and it's just warm out there, but nice. Look at that beautiful sunrise. This is the second day we've seen such a nice sunrise over in Tupelo, and out of that camera provided to us by the North Mississippi Storm Chasers. Thank you for lending us your camera network. I love to see those sunrises this morning. Here's a live look over in Blue Springs. I love to look at the Blue Spring cameras as well. One, to just make sure traffic is ongoing, good for you, and that's good every direction of 22 this morning, but also because they usually have a really good sunrise in this direction of that camera, and that's ongoing as well. Temperatures there in the upper 60s too, so another warm start. This is our last look, the last stop we'll make on these cameras over in Winona. Beautiful conditions there as well. Look at that. Beautiful sunrise ongoing. Not a lot of clouds even in the sky over there, and temperatures in the middle 60s. Let's talk about your first 12 hours, because temperature is going to be getting warm again today. You guessed it. 70s by 8. We'll be in the upper 70s by 11. And then into the 90s as we head 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock. Definitely a warm afternoon yet again. About a 10% chance of rain as well as we had 2 to 8 o'clock. Mainly a passing shower, but less coverage than we saw yesterday. So we're seeing a little bit more of a drier and warmer day ahead. Here's a look on Mississippi Live Radar. As I told you a few minutes ago, I'm not tracking anything to slow you down in the weather department other than that patchy fog. So we're dry across the board across North Mississippi. So that is some good news. Here's an overall look of what's going on, though, maybe region or central United States wide. You can see this low pressure system with that extended cold front bringing showers to places like Kansas City this morning, stretching all the way to places like the panhandle of Oklahoma. However, closer to home, we are very dry, but we're watching this because it could bring a few showers out there as we head into our Friday. So let's watch this. You can see this is Thursday at 5 o'clock, maybe a passing shower or two, but we're watching the systems trying to inch a little bit closer and closer to our area. Watch as we head into Friday, it even gets closer, trying to drop a few showers in as we head into the back half of the day. So this is Friday at 7:30, starting off our day dry, but showers close to the region, and those continue to try to push in as we head closer to those game times. So we're going to be watching that. Our higher resolution models do have this rain coming into the picture by game time. So we're going to continue to watch those as we get new data coming in, new updates coming in. We'll always update you, but a few showers again possible as we head Friday night and then into the front half of your Saturday with that system just continuing to try to drop rain in our area. Coming up next, we'll go hour by hour through one of those high resolution models. So we'll talk about what you can expect through this afternoon. Also into your Friday, we'll take it throughout the entirety of the day. And I'll have your latest SEC football forecast. So if you are planning on going to Stark Vegas or Oxford to support either team or root on either team, we'll talk about what you can expect for those. And here is a hint. It's going to be warm. We'll talk about all that coming up next.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Whether it's our stories, the warmth of our laugh, or our family's secret sauce, we all bring something different to the table. So make some space. The power of connection is waiting right outside your comfort zone. Learn how you can help strengthen your community at belongingbeginswithus.org/teamup.
Right now, from the Room to Room Weather Center, here's meteorologist Maggie McAuley.
Hey everyone, let's talk about what's ongoing on your radar this morning because I'm not tracking much of anything. As always, thanks for waking up with us on Mississippi Live Weather this morning. Here's a look again at our Mississippi Live radar. I'm not tracking anything, no rain out there this morning, so you are good to go in the weather department. We saw some patchy fog that's continuing to lift, so that's some good news, and a lot of us waking up a lot like this. Take a look over in Amory. Beautiful ongoing sunrise, not even a cloud in the sky over there. Temperatures in the middle 60s, so overall a really great start to our morning. If you haven't headed out the door, it looks a lot like this. Again, same story over in Caledonia. Dry conditions and not a lot of clouds either. Temperatures there in the middle 60s as well. So a great start out there to your Thursday. One more look over in Fulton, Mississippi, and we're seeing some cars on the roadways there this morning at 25 and also at 22, that kind of intersection there. You can see those cars moving good to go. So not seeing any backups there, and temperatures in the upper 60s. So as usual, good to go across the board over in your roadways. Let's talk about your airways. If you're heading out region-wide or know anybody coming in, I'm not looking at any problems over all of our regional airports from Memphis to Little Rock, Shreveport, Jackson, Mobile, down in Birmingham as well, looking good to go. I will say I saw a ground stop in places like the Boston International Airport. So if you know anybody there coming in and out of the area or traveling there, I want to read this. A Swiss International Airline flight had to abort takeoff from the Boston airport after there were flames seen in its engine. So that could be a possibility of it. That's not defined. So just so you know, if you know anybody coming in and out of that airport, there is ongoing some problems with some flights. Let's talk about if you're sticking in North Mississippi now, shall we? Your day planner ahead. Temperature is going to be getting into the 80s as we head 9, 10 o'clock, 90s throughout the majority of your afternoon. A lot of us topping off in the middle 90s. So even a degree or two warmer than yesterday. That's the story today. So warm day ahead. 80s do come back as we head into your evening hours, but overall a warm and mainly dry day ahead. That's the story out there for your Thursday. For your Friday, same story, middle 90s expected, but let's talk about our high school game of the week presented by Casey Lott because it's South Pontotoc at Okolona. A big game ahead. Gabe Maynard is going to be there, and he might be tracking out some rain, guys. I am looking at the forecast. I'm looking at these models. We'll continue to get updated models in there. But what we know now is they're trying to put rain in the forecast for those game times, especially as we had pregame into halftime. 80s expected, eventually into the 70s. It's going to be a warm start if you don't get in on that rain, but about a 20% chance we might have to increase that and then falling to a 10 as we head halftime and on. But rain, it's looking to be part of our forecast on our Friday. So let's take it hour by hour, shall we, into today first. We got to get through today first. So today through noon, looking dry and good to go. As we head, though, into those afternoon hours, could see a brief shower or two, brief heavy downpour for a lucky few. Most of us stay very dry and very warm for your Thursday ahead, but just kind of looking like the last few days, just a little bit less coverage into your afternoon. Let's go into those evening hours. This should clear out as we head 6, 7 o'clock. So those dinner time hours looking very dry. And then as we head 10 o'clock at night as well, overnight shifting into our Friday. Let's talk about Friday. I know a lot of people have plans. We got high school football games. We got a lot in this forecast. Let me show you what we're looking like this morning. Lots of clouds in the forecast for your Friday morning. Watching rain off to our west. Watch, this is at 7 a.m. Let's take it into about noon. We're seeing these showers continuing to creep into places like central Arkansas, coming into our areas. We had 3, 4 o'clock. Now, I'm watching and looking at different models. This is one of the higher resolution models we look at. all of them trying to bring rain into the area into the afternoon and evening hours. So I think it's likely we'll see it. It's just how much is really going to make it here. I don't know if it's going to be this much rainfall. One of the more heavier high resolution models we look at, just so you know the potential. As we head 6, 7 o'clock, again, some of that rain, especially in places like Northwest Mississippi, from Tate County down into places like Cleveland, Greenwood, a little bit more likely to see that ongoing rainfall for the start of those football games. All of us going to be seeing a passing shower or two across the area. But again, we're going to be keeping our eyes on that. And Gabe is always going to be keeping his eye on that tonight. And then he'll be at that football game tracking that out for you if anything does come about. Let's talk about your SEC football forecast, your Carl Hogan forecast. It is another game day on your Saturday for Ole Miss and Mississippi State. Alabama has a bye week, so we're not going to be tracking out that forecast. So let's start with Oxford. A little bit story if you're planning on going and supporting Ole Miss this weekend, because we are not seeing an evening game. Nope, afternoon game. Unlucky afternoon game for a hot forecast. It's 2:30 p.m. against Tulane kickoff, and we'll see by the first play in the 90s, middle 90s by halftime, 80s finally by the time you're rounding out that game, if you do make it through it, because it is going to be a warm one out there, but at least not tracking out any rainfall. Take it over to Mississippi State versus Northern Illinois. Same story, different place, okay? Another afternoon game for Mississippi State. Yet again, seeing temperatures starting off in the middle 90s. It is going to be warm out there, especially when you're in a stadium. You're surrounded by all those people. Listen, I get it. I've been there. I've done it. It's going to be warm. So just so you know, have the water bottle, maybe a fan with you as well. Halftime still sitting in the 90s, eventually getting into the 80s by the time you're leaving those games. Past Saturday, going into Sunday, into our next work week, we finally start to see a pattern shift. Instead of these overall mainly dry conditions, maybe a shower for some of us, we're looking at above average precipitation coming back into the forecast as we head into next week. So that is some good news for us across the board. Take a look at your 7-day forecast, middle 90s today and tomorrow, about a 20% chance. We might have to increase that, so keep checking up with the forecast. 90s stick around for Saturday and Sunday, and take a look Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, especially Tuesday into Wednesday. Things look to turn much wetter in the forecast, more widespread rain in the picture, and temperatures look to turn a little bit cooler, back to maybe around average for this time of year. So that is something to look forward to if you want the rain, maybe you need the rain, and you like the cooler conditions. It is on the way there for you. So going into next week, things do turn a little bit different. Make sure to stick up with us. We'll have our last forecast coming up at 7:30 this morning, and I'm going to be talking through your latest drought. We'll see that official update from our drought monitor come in at 7:30, so I'll be looking at that with you. We'll see what's changed, if anything's worsened, coming up at 7:30.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. Two milligrams of fentanyl can be lethal. A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable.
The sad reality is, fentanyl is being mixed into everything now.
More kitchen now.
Community is the way we find our strength and share our hope. It's the way dinner on the table brings a family closer together. It's the way we make sure his first chapter book is the first step on his path to greatness. It's the way we rally in hard times and rise back up stronger than ever. United is the way we come together so everyone can thrive. Join us at unitedway.org.